Well, everyone's heard the expression, to the moon and back. But what does it actually mean? Maybe you first think of space travel, and we'll get to that, but it has a much broader meaning too. The idea of to the moon is something big and wild and exciting. But the idea of to the moon and back is taking that big, wild and exciting dream and making it a reality, proving it can be done. Let's jump from spacecraft to the unreliable species known as the boyfriend. Some boyfriends dream big and promise they will love you forever. He says he can fly to the moon and back, but he can't prove it. He only takes you to Macca's and then he dumps you there and doesn't bring you back at all.
Asylum seekers have none of this, and their journey takes years. I'm here to speak for the powerless, for those for whom safety is further away than the moon. These desperate people arrive in detention with nothing but the sweat on their backs and a crying need for safe refuge. Boat people. But these people have been to the moon and back to seek asylum by boat, and we deny them pity. All of our usual standards are overturned. I'm so dismayed. How can we not show complete compassion and remorse for these people when we hear their stories?
I would do anything to watch American TV. This year's Primetime Emmy Awards held a certain significance. That's because actor Aziz Ansari became the first Indian American to ever be nominated for an award. And while Ansari said that he was very happy, he chose to address the fact that this breakthrough had taken 68 years to make. Why American TV is clearly suffering from a serious lack of diversity and cultural representation. We all remember what a disaster the Oscars were. Not a single nomination went to an actor or actress of a minority race. The Oscars, the Logies, the Emmys, all big awards, and all sending the same message. TV is whitewashed.
I could take a guess at what maybe you are thinking about right now. It might go something along these lines. How can I convince Esmond to come with me to formal? They call teenage life prime time, but I like to call it the primal time, the time where ancient pre-evolutionary instincts rise and suddenly everyone's looking for a mate, a date. Our society teaches us that holding hands with another gross, sweaty teenager and then interlocking our face holes is somehow a more valuable social experience than hanging out with our friends. It teaches us that romantic relationships are more important than bonding with your family. There's nothing wrong with having or wanting a boyfriend or girlfriend in high school, but the problem is when you take it too far, when you start unironically naming your future children, you know you've got something going on there. Maybe it's time for us to reconsider the importance of things like sexuality, love, and romance in a teenager's life. After all, we have the rest of our lives to be wed, to be bred, and to be dead.